In this video we are going to talk about 9 industries most likely to make you a millionaire. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Because there are so many different markets in which we can compete as entrepreneurs, choosing the proper business to enter is of the utmost importance. And on occasion, as business owners, we might have an inflated sense of self-confidence, leading us to believe that we can be successful in any field, regardless of the goods or services we provide, the customers we serve, or the industry in which we operate. That is categorically not the case. We are going to discuss with you today the 9 different markets that have the greatest potential to turn you into a millionaire. Number 9. Technology. There is no room for debate over the fact that technology is the driving force behind this new century in which we find ourselves living. Think about companies like Tesla and Uber, in addition to social media platforms like Facebook and search engines like Google. Think about all of these things together. In the field of information technology, some of the most dominant global players include Huawei, Apple, and Microsoft, amongst others. When you take a closer look at the factors that led to the establishment of tech companies, you'll notice that one of the most important contributors was the utilization of newly accessible technological capabilities in innovative approaches to the completion of tasks that had previously been established. First, consider an original and creative way to implement technology in any sector of the economy, and then work backwards to determine how you might profit from this. That is the crux of how one should go about launching a company in the technology sector. Examples of some of the most cutting-edge applications of technology include artificial intelligence, AI, robotics, augmented or virtual reality, AR/VR, and other comparable technologies. Other examples of cutting-edge applications of technology include, on the other hand, the existence of such a high level of complexity is not mandated by any means. Some of the potential solutions include the creation of software and automated systems, as well as the use of technology to the task of simplifying labor-intensive procedures in order to reduce the amount of manual effort required. Number 8. Financial services. This sector encompasses a very wide range of activities, each of which presents its own unique set of business opportunities. In the context of this discussion, we are referring to enterprises such as financial institutions, money-lending businesses, insurance and brokerage firms, and others of a similar nature. The field of financial technology, generally known as fintech, which includes applications such as mobile money, is even more exciting. Take into consideration the many different features that are associated with the management of monetary assets or the administration of monetary systems. This has the potential to bring in a substantial quantity of additional revenue. Number 7. Real estate and construction. This is the kind of enterprise that will reliably generate a satisfactory rate of return on investment. One metric that might be used to frame this conversation is the projected increase in the number of people who currently call the world their home. There will be at least 8 billion people living on Earth by the end of the next 6 years, as indicated by the most recent demographic estimates. It is anticipated that the population of the planet will reach the astounding milestone of 10 billion individuals sometime in the next 30 years or so. You have probably stopped for a moment and given some consideration to this topic as a result of what you've just heard. There will be a demand for additional services related to housing, additional buildings, for a range of functions, and so on. There will also be a demand for additional housing. Therefore, if you decide to create a company in this industry and invest your money in it, you will surely have a business that can withstand the test of time. Number 6. Healthcare. The fact that people want to be healthy and have a long life is one of the most important factors that will determine how successful this industry will be. As a direct consequence of this, customers will exhibit an exceptionally high level of willingness to pay for goods or services that are critical to the delivery of health care. 2 examples of the kinds of businesses that come to mind are the provision of medical treatment and the production of pharmaceuticals. Both of these fields are extremely competitive. You might also consider subjects such as natural medicine or medicine that is based on herbs, in addition to fields that are related to these two. Because their major aim is to aid persons in leading fit, healthy, and long lives, fields such as wellness and fitness services are also qualified for inclusion in this category. Number 5. Education. In the event that you have been living under a rock, the current age is giving way to a brand new one. Because the number of people using social media platforms and the internet continues to rise, it is essential to continually expand one's knowledge and skill set in order to remain competitive and relevant in today's environment. As a result of this, there is a huge possibility for monetary benefit in the provision of educational services that are particularly fitted for the continuing Fourth Industrial Revolution and beyond. This opportunity can be found outside just the United States. Take into consideration the requirement for new skill sets such as the management of social media platforms, knowledge in digital marketing, and search engine optimization, SEO, among other relevant areas of expertise. People are today in dire need of such important skill sets in order to be successful in the 21st century. It is possible to generate a profit by rethinking education in order to adapt it to the digital age in which we now find ourselves living. Number 4. Entertainment and recreation. If you want to get an idea of how big of a deal this is, all you have to do is look at how many major multinational firms are diversifying their operations into this area. This should give you a good notion of how big of a deal this is. The vast majority of the global technology companies that you are aware with either currently provide a service in this area or have previously provided a service there. Make use of video on demand, VOD, services such as Netflix and other providers as a point of reference and source of inspiration. The significance of one's level of popularity on various social media platforms is brought to the forefront here. Additional areas of specialization include things like sound engineering, event management, tourism, and other issues along the same lines. Number 3. Transportation. This is yet another big market that offers fantastic possibilities for the launch of new businesses and the investment of capital. These kinds of businesses can be found in the realms of public transportation, including but not limited to taxis, shuttles, and long-distance buses, amongst others, haulage and logistics, as well as the manufacturing and retailing of motor vehicles. Regarding this industry, one can approach it from an infinite variety of vantage points at any one time. Take into consideration the auxiliary goods and services that are required for the industries that are tied to transportation. Examples are spares, repairs, sales, maintenances, services, and so forth. Number 2. Energy. Investigate the many forms of alternative energy available in the area if you are interested in making a profit here. This is where the money is right now because traditional energy sources like coal, hydro, and others of its kind are becoming unsustainable. Then you come to the conclusion that there are many different types of energy, such as solar, wind, geothermal, and so on. Modern society consumes a lot of fuel, and nearly every nation's energy sector plays a critical role in supporting the infrastructure and upkeep of society. The energy industry includes the following in particular. 1. The industries that use fossil fuels, such as the petroleum sector, oil businesses, refiners, end-user sales at gas stations, the coal sector, extraction and processing, and the natural gas sector, natural gas extraction, coal gas manufacturing, distribution, and sales. 2. The industry that deals with the production, distribution, and sale of electricity. 3. The nuclear energy sector. 4. The renewable energy sector, which includes businesses engaged in the production of hydroelectric power, wind power, and solar power, as well as the manufacturing, distribution, and sale of alternative fuels. Number 1. Food and agriculture. Because sustenance is one of humanity's most fundamental requirements, this sector will never become obsolete. There is no limit placed on the number of businesses that could be formed in this location. In point of fact, it is expected that Africa's agricultural sector would produce the next generation of millionaires for the continent. This prediction is based on a number of factors. If you are so set on achieving your goal of becoming a millionaire, The following are the 9 industries that you should consider entering. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.